The following podcast is intended for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Nobody's listening, no. Nobody's listening, no. Nobody wants to hear them speak. Nobody's listening, no. Nobody's listening. Nobody wants to hear them speak. Nobody wants to hear them speak. Nobody wants to hear them speak.
I am still on.
You are on. We are on. We are here. We are here. La 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 la. They do that, didn't they? To start.
La 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 la. Just clear your throat.
1 2 1 2. Mic check.
Baby.
Dave, could you put some extra bass on the? That's what you get when you go into one of those clubs and they got those bands on. They want to be all professional. Like, can I have a little bit more bass, please? A bit more bass. A little more bass. Like, mate, can't even tell you shit anyway.
Yeah. They never say, can I have a bit more treble, please?
Yeah, I've got too much feedback. It's like, mate, who cares? No, everyone's drunk. No one cares what you sound like. Stop sound checking.
1 2 1 2 2.
You're doing a gig at the back of a Pizza Hut.
And it's just a delivery only.
yeah, it's not even a sit-down restaurant. It's in the alleyway, the back of not even a Pizza Hut. It's more of a, like, abracadabra pizza.
That's because it's miraculous if it's got any topping whatsoever.
But anybody out there that's just starting up a band that has to start playing gigs like that, well done you. Go for it. Somebody out there is rooting for you.
Are we actually recording this?
Yeah, we're recording. We're ready to go. So today, welcome to the Not Listening Podcast. I am Adam.
I am Ash.
Will's not here this week. He's what was his excuse this week?
He's got his dad over for dinner.
He's got his dad over for dinner. I mean, what better excuse, eh?
Yeah.
What better excuse? Why aren't
He's
you
getting pissed with his dad.
Well, we're just sad because we don't have dads. We do. That's a lie. I was trying to go for the guilt, the sympathy vote.
Yeah. Nah.
We don't have dads, everybody.
We're two little orphans.
We're two little orphan boys from Oliver Twist Town.
Yeah.
And
Can I have some more sludge, please?
Gruel. And so Will's decided that he would rather spend time with his family than come round here and do a podcast for hundreds and hundreds of people that want to listen.
Yeah.
Thousands in general.
That's how much he cares about you.
Yeah, see? Remember that. We gave up our time to record this for you. So don't get all on your high horse and be like, you guys don't care about us. So we do care. We care.
We care lots.
Yeah, anyway. What are we doing? Podcast. Today's episode, we are going to be discussing the end of the world in movies.
Yeah.
We're not discussing the end of the world, so it has to be in movies and
Yes.
TV show.
The end of the world is nigh.
In movies.
Repent. Blah,
In-
blah.
In
whatever.
movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they always have some dude somewhere during the film who's holding up a little sign saying the end of the world is nigh. And he's normally a tramp with a beard.
Or if you've ever watched Watchmen, you seen Watchmen the movie?
Yeah.
It's Rorschach going around saying the end is nigh.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it might not be. I could be wrong, but someone
Looks
goes
a bit
around.
like it.
It looks like him, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody tell me, Sweet Me, Barker Podcast. Am I right?
Probably not.
I can't wait for you to tweet
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah. Go on.
It's not how podcasts work. It's not live.
Oh, no, we haven't podcasted
It's,
yet.
it's
This
not
isn't live, is
It's
it?
not live radio. So we were just drinking beer. God, we're getting really like proper amateur podcast now, aren't we? We've gone back to the old days where we
Well, I started drinking, and then you decided to pick your glass up at the same time. I was drinking while you talked.
because we're mirroring each other. Because we're sitting opposite each other, so we mirror our movements like this. So I pick up my beer, I
I'm
drink.
just going to leave it there because I'm going to talk while you drink, just to make it sound a little bit more professional.
There you go. So we are a professional podcast. If professional means
We don't get paid.
don't
for
get
it.
paid for it.
We don't have any sponsors.
No
If
sponsors.
anyone wants to sponsor us, feel free to tweet. What is it, Barker Podcast?
Yeah. It's got an S on the end. Barker Podcasts.
That's because there's more than one.
Yeah, because I do the Really Real Show on CCR. Listen to that podcast. That's fun. This isn't. This is
yeah, this one isn't.
This isn't
That's
like,
really
not
selling
fun,
this
but
one.
this is not listening to everybody. So, Ash,
Yes.
the end of the world
The end of the world.
in movies. Do you want to make that clear? Because I don't want people to think like we're going to be talking about the end of the world, and then all we end up talking about is like movies and TV stuff.
Yeah, maybe. Because the reason this has come up is because I actually had a question for Adam of have they actually done all of the end of the world scenarios in movies, or are there some more that they could possibly come up with?
Okay, right. So we've got disaster. You're talking about disaster movies, right?
Basically, yeah, where it's sort of the Armageddon and there's
you got-
hardly any people left, and it's all trying to recover the human race, and it's saving the human race and all of that kind of crap.
So you got Armageddon, Meteor.
Meteors.
I can't even say it. Meteor.
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 Meteor? Yeah, I met you the other day in the pub.
Meteor. So you got that's a Deep Impact as well
Yep, that's
Right.
all the impact.
because they're the same film.
Yeah,
Really, they just split. They just did two versions.
yes. They both came out, surprise, at the same time
Yeah.
within a couple of months. of each other.
Somebody was sneaking in on someo's meeting when they come up with that.
Yes, but that happens so often.
Yeah, because somebody is sneaking in on someone's meeting. The T-boy is like in there going. So what,
they're
what
making
happened
this, so
over
let's
at
make one exactly the bloody same.
T-boy kind of what happened in the meeting? What happened in that meeting? We're paying you money to go in there and snoop. They're making a movie about meteors. Right, we've got to make a movie about meteor. Who they got starring it? Bruce Willis. Right, who do we need? That is
Wood.
Elijah Wood. He's not even been in Lord of the Rings yet, but it's just like Bruce Willis. He was in the film North with Bruce Willis. There's the connection. You see,
Yeah.
there's the connection. That's how it works. It's like Bugs Life and Ants.
Yeah, they came out.
Someone's in there go, what are they making a movie about? We're paying you money for this to snoop in. They're making a movie about bugs. What? Who's the lead bug? It's an ant. Well, let's make a movie about ants. Who have they got voicing the bug in that film? Someone called Dave Foley. They don't really care about names. Well, we're going to get Woody Allen because that's how it works. They're similar.
Yeah.
They're similar. We get Sylvester Stallone and Jennifer Lopez. Yeah, we did that as well. So yeah, end
So
of the
anyway,
world.
that's gone off topic about the end of the world, but with Bug's Life, it's not quite the end of the world. Although in Ants, it's nearly the end of their colony.
Queen dies and they all commit suicide.
Yeah,
They're all a bit crazy, really, aren't they?
yeah. if the
Manic,
Queen's-
depressive ants running around. I don't know what to do. She's dead.
Yeah.
Let's all kill ourselves. You got one ant going, what the fuck are you doing? We're just going to get another one.
Yeah, we can find her. They're to a penny.
Yeah, I swear I saw another colony down the road. Just go and join them. I mean, calm down, everyone. Look, if we just got together with every colony, we would run this world instead of being separate.
Billy Connolly.
Yeah, the Billy colony. Who dares what you doing? Where you going, you ant bastard, you?
Anyway,
End of the world.
end of the world. I mean, the other bits of that, you've always got the zombies.
Right, so yeah, so you got zombie movies. Yeah, so
Yeah,
you
there's
got,
loads
and
of zombie movies.
that's on a
zombie TV
different
series
scale,
and
though,
all
isn't
that
it?
kind of
Like,
stuff.
because you have like the contagious zombies, the ones that bite you and they're just like brain dead, chasing you, or you've got the zombies from like Resident Evil, where they're almost like mutiny infected zombies.
Yeah,
So a little bit different, but still zombies.
But
So,
still
so
zombies.
the dead rising.
the dead rising, but then that leads on to the ones where it's a disease that starts
Yeah.
taking people out.
Contagion.
Yeah,
You seen that film?
yeah.
That's a
I
bit.
thought it was quite good.
It's depressing, isn't it?
Yeah,
It made me.
That's
It
right.
made.
The end of the world things. They're supposed to be depressing.
Yeah, it's
but-
fucking Gwyneth Paltrow's fault. She went to that fucking sushi place because she's all fucking vegan and shit. She's like, oh yeah, I'm all fucking vegan, I'm all fucking organic. I'm going to go to a sushi place where the man never washed his hands, and then I got sick, and I made everyone else sick, and she killed the world. Matt
Yeah.
Damon survived, though. Can't,
Yeah.
can't kill Matt Damon.
No,
It's
no,
facts,
No
I
one
mean,
can kill him.
In life.
He's born.
They gave him the script, and he was supposed to die in the first 10 pages, and he went, no. Matt Damon doesn't die. Ever. And had to rewrite the whole film. Jude Law was supposed to be the main guy in that film. He got bypassed. They went, no. Matt Damon never dies. Ever. That's it.
Twat.
So zombies, yep. What
Yeah,
else
so
we
you got that. Then you've got. Well, we moved on to the contagion-y type style,
Yeah,
where it's a disease and all
diseases.
this kind of stuff. You then got aliens that try and take over.
Oh yeah, aliens like War of the
With-
Worlds.
Yeah, War of the Worlds and Independence Day and all of that kind of
Independence Day's 2.
stuff. Yeah. Then you got dinosaurs. You got the monsters that come and take over, like Godzilla and things, and then Pacific Rim,
Oh, I guess you got monster movies.
stuff
Yeah.
like that. Even though
Cloverfield.
they were aliens and they came from another dimension.
Well,
But
it's the same
monsters-
sort
it's
of thing,
Monsters
though.
End of the World.
The
all
Mist.
of that kind
The
of
Mist. You've seen that? They all come through the
Yeah.
mist. That's creepy as shit.
stuff. That is.
Depressing ending. If anyone's ever seen it,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that is very.
Don't get in that fucking car with that guy. Just have a break, mate. It's only been a day. Relax. Don't need to kill everyone. Do you know what I mean? Just calm down.
And then what you got? You got nuclear apocalypse.
Well, man-made.
Where
then.
man-made.
So we're man-made.
Where, nukes go off and that's it. Yeah.
Mm.
All a bit buggered.
That one's too scary because that one could happen. Out of all of them,
Out of all of them,
That's the
that
one.
Aliens
well, I'd say probably more meteors, but yeah,
and meteors.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're quite likely as well. So there's 3 that are
yeah.
random. I don't think Godzilla. Is
The weather,
the weather. Yeah.
day after tomorrow, and stuff like that.
And yeah,
It's another end of the world scenario
Yeah.
where Dennis Quaid doesn't die
2012 or whatever.
because they turned around and they went, Dennis Quaid's supposed to die in the first 10 pages, and he went, no, Dennis Quaid doesn't die. And they were like, fuck off, Dennis. You're not even a big actor.
I've got to save the day.
And they're like, for fuck's sake, can we get Bruce Willis? They're like, no, we've got Dennis Quaid. He hasn't been fucking relevant since Inner Space.
I forgot he was in that.
But we signed him up by accident.
Yeah, we were actually after Dennis Hopper.
and then we realised Dennis Hopper was dead. So then we were stuck with Dennis Quaid.
Yeah,
Is that-
Dennis. We've already written that bit of the titles.
We couldn't even get Randy Quaid, his brother, and he's a fucking nutcase. That would have been more fun. Because
I don't even
Randy
know.
Quaid was the guy in Independence Day that flew the plane into...
Oh,
The-
that guy
the
who
guy
was after
that-
the coffee and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Oh, he was.
Yeah.
That was probably him just being normal, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Rather
because
than actually
in
acting.
real life, he's lost it. Like, he's got a massive thing. He thinks everything's a conspiracy. He thinks the world is out to get him. And I would
That's
love...
after Independence Day. So when he was actually sitting in that bar in Independence Day, and he was saying, "I've
He
been
was
taken over by aliens."
he was an
actually-
extra.
He was actually doing. He was actually being very honest and actually saying his own story.
Yeah, this is a true fact, not real. But he was sitting in that thing. He was actually an extra, and he just started mumbling. And they went, "You know what? We should write a script around this guy. Get this guy in the movie. Come on, we've already got Will Smith. And Will Smith wasn't even famous back then.
Yeah.
In 95, 96, he was only
Well, it was Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince. But everyone was like, "Who cares about Fresh Prince? Where's Jazzy Jeff? I want to see him fighting
Well,
aliens."
Jeff Goldblum, he was one of the big
Jeff
ones.
Goldblum,
in
like
there.
this guy, he's already fought off a big fuck off like T-Rex. You know what I mean, and he was to fly it. You know what I mean? And we got Richard Attenborough. He's
Yeah.
just an old man. Do you know what I mean? And we got Sam Neill, and Sam Neill's not a big actor. He looks so confused in Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
all
I
the
don't
time.
know how you've turned back into Jurassic Park now.
I don't know what we're talking about. And
We were talking about Independence Day.
Independence Day.
That's
yeah.
why I got confused when you started talking about Attenborough and
So
Sam
yeah,
Neill.
so
It's
they were
just,
like,
"Man, my
we want this
shoulder on
guy.
it."
We want this guy. What's his name? Dennis Quaid? No, it's Randy Quaid. Well, really? Okay. Maybe we'll save Dennis Quaid for another movie. And that's what Dennis Quaid heard. And he was like, hey, you owe me a movie. You owe me an end of the world movie. Dennis Quaid doesn't die.
Yeah, but they like the name Quaid because, of course, that was Total Recall.
That's it. They thought they were getting Douglas Quaid.
Yeah.
Every movie Dennis Quaid's ever been in, someone has thought it's Arnold Schwarzenegger as Douglas Quaid. That's
Yeah.
what they've done. And he's walked in the door and they're like, oh, fuck, we made us...
Made this same
It
mistake
says
again.
D. Quaid. Write your first name.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Get your ass to Wise. So, so you got day after tomorrow, like weather and all that stuff, like that happening. That's kind of the weather. It's the plants killing you. You ever seen The Happening?
No, I haven't. But
Don't. It's terrible.
is it?
With Mark
Oh,
Wahlberg.
God, I'm not going to bother watching
It's the
that.
plants. The plants are
Well,
killing
there
us.
we go. So they've done plant life trying to take over the planet.
Yeah. Day of the
Um,
Triffids. That was
Day
one
of
of
the
them.
Triffids, that was aliens.
Yeah, but weren't they plants?
They were plants, but they were still aliens. They were
Oh,
plants
okay.
that could walk that were aliens. That was where you all went blind if you watched the meteor storm. Yeah. So that everyone was blind. So then the plants came down because they moved so slowly they could just gobble people
Yeah.
up because they couldn't really see what was coming.
Twister. That's the weather one. With Bill Paxton.
Yeah, that's not really an end of the world, though.
It's the end of that field.
It's the
Do you know what I mean?
end of that small house in the in the countryside, and a couple of barns, and maybe a
few cows,
a drive-in theatre.
Yep.
Or sorry, movie.
Movie
Because
theatre.
you don't really get drive-ins where the curtains go up and there's actual actors and actresses on stage actually doing Macbeth.
They do Shakespeare in the Park, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not drive-in though. You know everyone honking their horns.
So what else? Sharknado.
Oh God, no, you don't go down those ones. Yeah, and tarantulas type stuff.
Have they got one Lavalantula?
Lavalantula.
Volcano exploding with massive tarantulas and stuff.
Yep. Well,
So they're really like up in the ante. They're mixing it all up. They're mixing monster with weather.
yeah,
Yeah, because you've got volcano movies.
Yep.
Dante's Peak and what's the other one? Volcano.
volcano.
Someone was in the meeting there and they went, what are they saying? We're paying you money for this. What are they saying? They're like,
But that's what's only six-
they're making a movie with Tommy Lee Jones called Volcano. Right, okay, well, we need to make another one. We need to have Pierce Brosnan in it because Tommy Lee Jones and Pierce Brosnan are the same thing, really. And Linda Hamilton, who hasn't been relevant since Terminator 2.
Yeah.
And even then, she wasn't that good.
Well, even then, you got Terminator. You got Terminator, where it's got AIs taking over the world and killing out all the humans.
Now that scares me.
And
Because
then,
that's
and then
happening right now.
that brings in the Matrix as well, which is AI taking over and turning humans into batteries and taking over the world.
Is that what the Matrix was about? Turning people into batteries? Was
Well,
it
yeah,
sponsored by
that's what
Duracell?
the little pods. It was
Sponsored by Duracell.
because they did actually. I think they did actually mention Duracell.
Did it really?
I think they did at one point once.
I've never
the
actually
film.
watched the second and third Matrix movies.
Yeah, it's a
I'm-
bit. It goes a bit backwards because in the end of the first one, he can fly.
Yeah.
and he can change the matrix.
So he's
and in
awesome.
the second one, he can't make it quick enough to go 10 paces to get through a door before some guy who's a bit pale shuts it. Yes, very good.
Exactly how the script was written. Keanu tries to get through a door. Power Man closes it. Fail, Keanu. Keanu, fail.
And then he gets out onto this balcony in the middle of the Swiss Alps and flies off. He says, "Why did you fly through the door, you twat?"
So yeah, they've pretty much taken up everything now, haven't they?
I
What other
can't
things can they
think of
do?
other bits that they could actually really.
Because like you said, Aliens covers a lot. Monsters covers a lot.
AI covers all of
Anything
all of
with
that
tech.
bit. Nuclear covers wars.
Yeah.
Zombies covers
Disease
zombies.
and
Disease. The disease ones cover disease
Stuff. Yeah.
and illness.
Meteors cover anything
a
attacking the
big
Earth.
splat.
Yeah. So then it's like weather. Okay. Weather you can construct in the little ones. They've had tsunamis.
How that's fairly localised. You wouldn't get a global tsunami, but yeah, the ones where it's the cold and stuff and all of that. That's,
Yeah. The Day After Tomorrow sort of summed it up completely.
Yeah.
They're like, one part was like,
Which was then 2012 was the copy of Day After Tomorrow.
oh yeah,
really.
because they were like, what was that film they made back with Dennis Quaid? We need to get someone better than Dennis Quaid to make a movie. And they're like, oh, we've got John Cusack. Like, they're exactly the same people. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's have John Cusack drive a limousine. Fast as shit. And outrun an earthquake. Yes, do it.
Yeah. Then as it goes, what was it? Was it San Andreas?
San Andreas with The Rock.
San Andreas was with the Rock, and he's in a little plane, and he goes along, and as the earthquake happens, and the ground splits apart, his little plane drops off the end of the runway and starts going through the canyon that's formed. And because it's in a city, you've got the underground system, and this train comes out of the tunnel because it's still going, and he flies underneath it in his plane. It's absolutely hilarious.
So you can't watch that film and be serious, can you?
No,
You can't. I watched that film and I was like, this is insane.
yeah.
If I even
Very
pretend
silly.
to try and make sense of this, it's going to blow my mind. I think the world would implode if I actually took it too seriously.
Even Interstellar, again, that was weather, end of the worldy type stuff with all the crops dying out with disease and everyone starving. So
Yeah.
they sent them out to actually go and find new planets.
Yeah.
That one. That was
Did you
that
like
was an end of the
Interstellar?
world. I thought it was very clever.
That was more of like a they were sort of anticipating the end of the world more than anything. It's like, the
Yeah.
end of the world's coming, so let's try and stop it. Let's try and get out of it before it actually
Yeah, let's
happens.
send colony ships out and all of this kind of stuff. I thought it was very, very clever. You know, when they actually made that, they made supposedly the best model of a black hole that they've
Yeah.
ever done for that film.
Hmm.
And now they use that scientifically to actually try and work it out. That's what I've heard.
So supposedly.
So supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is the way the timings work, where when they went down to one of the planets, and
Yeah.
the wave washed off the ship and all this kind of stuff, and the woman who'd been sent out 20 years before had actually only been there for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
So they still saw the wreckage and all of this kind of stuff. And then when they got back to their mothership, the guy who was in the mothership had been waiting 25 years when they were only actually on the planet for half an hour.
Oh, right. There you go. See, I watched Interstellar once, and I found it so pretentious. Sneezing, bless you, off mic. I found it
I
really,
did move it away.
I found it really pretentious, and I was like, I don't know whether this is good pretentious or bad pretentious.
I thought it was cleverly done.
And I circled on bad pretentious. But then, the more time over time, I've now gone, I want to go back and watch it now. I actually want to give it another go.
Yeah, it's good.
Because-
it does take a second watch to actually try and get your head ready.
It probably was because I wasn't a fan of bookcases.
Actually, you saying Matt Damon
Yeah.
doesn't die? Oh, yes, he does in that one.
How'd you know? Do you see
Because
a
I
body?
think he
Do you
flew
ever
off the
see a
cliff. I
body?
think he blew up.
You never see a body.
Yeah.
Matt Damon was fucking Martian, man. Right? He
yeah.
He can live on fucking Mars and never dies.
Yeah, off his own poo.
Yeah, you don't
He can
fucking...
grow tomatoes in his own human poo.
So, really, what we're trying to say then is that they're really rinsing the whole end of the world scenario.
Yeah, I don't think that there's
I don't
much
think
more
there's-
that they could actually do. If anyone can think of anything,
Well, that's what I want. This is what the
or
episode
if we've missed anything.
I want you now to send us a message. Not right now, obviously, because we can't. This is a podcast, so we're not actually here talking to you, which is like a recording. That's how podcasting works. I want you to give us a tweet
I
at.
think you need to explain.
Well, some people you do. Give us a tweet at Barker Podcasts and just let us know any end of the world scenarios that we've missed. There may be a few, but these are the
I
ones
would have
off the top
thought
of
so,
my head.
because these are just off the top of our heads in the
Yeah.
last 20 minutes.
Exactly. This is how we prep people.
Yeah.
We just sit down and say, what are we talking about? Let's talk about that. Yeah, so give us a message. You can message us on Facebook. We're on Facebook. Like the page, Not Listening podcast. Check
Just
out...
like the page and we'll ban you.
Yeah, we're not block this motherfucker. He's being fucking too clever for his own shit.
Can you dislike a page?
You just don't like it. You can just not like it. That means...
No, but can you hit a button to say dislike?
No, it's not YouTube.
That's
I don't know why I have that on YouTube. That's horrible, isn't it? It's like, put a video up, thumbs down. Don't give people the option. Just don't watch it.
Yeah, you either give a thumbs up or you just go, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch it. But people are like, no, I'm going to put thumbs down. I hate you.
That was boring.
So, yeah, well, that's it. End of the world. Let us know. Give us your tweets. Let us know, and we will respond when we get them, or if we get them, or if you can be bothered. Who knows?
Yeah, and by the way, the end of the world is actually going to be a week next Tuesday.
Oh, but you don't know when you listen to this. So it could be any Tuesday that you're listening.
Exactly, you've got 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks!
2 weeks.
2 weeks!
2 weeks. Right, see you later, everybody. Hopefully, Will be back soon.
Maybe.
Who
If
knows?
we let him.
End of the world. Bye.